Welcome to section 3. In the previous section, we took an in-depth dive into ARCore to explain how things work under the hood. In this section, we're going to talk about a library that abstracts away a lot of the boring OpenGL setup required for ARCore. This library is called Sceneform. In this first video, we'll introduce Sceneform. In the second video, we're going to build a sample app with Sceneform. In the third video, we're going to render Android widgets. And in the last video, we're going to talk about how to import 3D assets. So this video is for Sceneform Overview. So let's start by talking about Sceneform. And in this video, we'll be talking about why Sceneform, how it works, and how to install it into your Android Studio app. So why Sceneform? So Sceneform basically allows Android developers to work with ARCore without learning 3D graphics and OpenGL. It includes a high-level scene graph API, a realistic, physically based renderer, an Android Studio plugin for importing, viewing, and building 3D assets, and easy integration into ARCore that makes it straightforward to build AR apps. So these are the key features of Sceneform. It has a node-based scene graph for placing multiple objects in the same scene. It provides a fragment we call AR fragment, which allows you to easily handle ARCore session creation and common UX elements. It also allows you to import 3D models into your Android Studio project. It allows handling interactions to place and move objects in the AR scene. Lastly, it provides the functionality to enable you to take a picture of your AR experience. So the Sceneform API consists of two major concepts, which are the scene and the view. The scene represents objects, also known as 3D models, that are added to the world environment around us. The view represents where the scene will be drawn or rendered, which is our device screen located in the world. So the scene is like a tree data structure that holds nodes that are virtual objects to be rendered. Each node contains all the information Sceneform needs to render it, including its position, orientation, and renderable objects, as well as interact with it, including its collision shape and events listeners. Nodes can be added to other nodes, forming a parent-child relationship. When a node is a child of another node, it moves, rotates, and scales with its parent, like how your arms move when your body moves. So a node can have multiple children, but only one parent, thus forming a tree-like structure. This structure is known as scene graph. Each frame, Sceneform renders the scene graph from the camera's point of view, and your app can interact with the scene by listening for touch and gesture events, performing its test against nodes and placing anchors. So Sceneform also abstracts a lot of the complex code into a nice, concise API, and it is important we just go over a basic definition of some of these key classes in ARCore and Sceneform. So a scene, like we've been mentioning, is a class for maintaining the hierarchical organization of content in the world. Its result is the result of testing it, which can be user touches or derived points from the scene. Trackable is something that ARCore can track and which anchors can be attached to. Also, a node represents a transformation within the scene graph hierarchy and can have 3D objects that belongs to it. Thus, a node is how objects looks from a given perspective. A node can belong to the scene or to other nodes that belong in the scene's hierarchy. An anchor is used to describe a fixed location and orientation in the world. An anchor can be used as a point of reference for nodes to maintain a physical location. A transformable node is a node that can be selected, translated, rotated, and scaled using gestures. This can be used to transform how objects appear in a physical space. For you to understand a transformable node better, a transformable node basically is a node that allows you to manipulate it with gestures, like you can expand and reduce the size and turn it and stuff like that. A renderable is a class used to render objects and widgets in a 3D space. And that's all for now. So to install Sceneform, the first thing you have to do is go to your project, build a Gradle file, and add the Sceneform plugin class path. And then go to your app level Gradle file and add the Sceneform library that are listed on the screen, and then use the apply plugin Gradle notation to apply the Sceneform plugin. So in this video, we basically did introduction to Sceneform, and that's all for all the introduction.